moment in my life. Occasionally. No, I have children, teenage children, and an ex-wife to look after. And since I can remember, I have been driven by the need to pay my rent. So that's why I'm not a movie star, is my theory, is because I've had to, if anyone said, we'd like to pay you to act, I haven't had a moment to be able to go, but maybe there's something better over there. I've had to go, you're going to pay me to act, where do I sign? And so I've done 3,000 theatre jobs because, you know, that's what came in. And meanwhile, my poor agent's on line going, I'm pretty sure he can do loads of film work, but he's in Inverness again doing Streetcar. Okay. I've just gone where the work is. Occasionally in the last decade, I have had weird, miraculous moments where I've had to, I mean, this is cruel to say this, you know, moments where I've had to choose. Very rarely you do go, oh my God, I've been offered that, and they clash. It's like killing a baby. And on those moments, this is my criteria. Sometimes I have to go, which pays more? I've got a lot of bills. If both of them pay enough to live on, I will go, which one scares me? That is literally my criteria. That's why I did that big musical. I went, so I'll do that. Which one scares me is clearly telling you something from the cosmos. That's what I should be doing. I've just done that. I've just had the luxurious, you know, I'm not asking for any baby violins out for poor me, but I just had to choose actually between, I am really, very late in my life, falling in love with film acting. Like actually doing it. I found a way, we were talking about that, who's it for? I now really love doing it for the other actor and mucking about in front of cameras. I almost like it more than theatre, almost. And that's really weird that that's happened. So I'm like, and I'm at that right age, come on, let's go, let's have this. And a terrible Viking film got offered to me, but it was a Viking film. I'm like, yeah, I want to do a Viking film, of course I want to do a Viking film. And then just were literally about to say yes. It wasn't that well paid, it's a real film, but not big budget, off in Ireland, stuck in mud in a field for 6 weeks, but I was like, yeah. In came a play. Now theatre has meritocracy. If you keep doing, I played a lot of serious football. I always analogised to football because I was a centre midfield, solid, you know, always helped assist a goal or two a game, occasionally scored, but I was never shit. I wasn't a star player. And that's sort of how me in theatre. I feel like in 50 odd theatre jobs, I feel like I haven't let in any goals and I've always scored at least one. In every theatre job I've done, I've kind of scored. I've scored in each game. Now if I was a professional footballer, I'd be in the Premiership by now. But at least with theatre, you do get, it's a small world and people eventually go, Joe's a safe pair of hands. I've got, after 25 years, so I will get offers of theatre. I don't have to audition for theatre that much anymore. I auditioned at Donmar the other week, I'd still do. So I got offered a play. And my agent and I've gone, no, it's film now. And then this came and she went, oh, it's really sexy. This thing with Stockard Channing, it's a good play. And it's to play two sort of twin brothers. You leave stage as one, come on as the other. And I was like, that's terrifying. I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah. So if there's any shaping to it, it's follow the fear.
It's yeah. You can only see a couple of steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
You can't really.
God, yeah. I wish. I feel sorry for big. I can see why big stars and people who really are like having other people plan their next 5 years and they're like, oh God, I know what I'm filming in 2022. It must be really strange and sad because horrible though it is, that uncertainty is sort of exciting. I have no idea. Every time I finish a job, you always think, will I ever work again? You do, always. Or at least, I wonder what dressing room I'll next be sitting in and what it will be. It's fascinating. I love it. I love that. Scary, but...
I was saying to the Man Met guys in class this week, about Dominic Cook said to us doing a play once, that the most important job you ever do is the one you're doing now.
Yes.
Which he got from, what's the lovely actress, raising Arizona, little brilliant American actress. Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter,
yeah, sorry.
No, that's a really good thing. Yeah, I like that.
He was directing her.
And no matter how small it is or what it is, like I also have an analogy I'll throw at you that when I teach a lot of, I do that class with third years at RADA, Drama Centre, all sorts of drama schools, just before they're going out. And I always say to them, they're always worried about agents and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, look, I go around the room, now here I might get a different answer, but I'll ask the question here. Who has a mortgage? Okay. Who has children? Okay, great, that's great. You two have a slightly different thing going on that I certainly understand. But everyone else here, let me say to you, and as much as you can, you two take this, if you haven't got kids or a mortgage yet, basically, or if you haven't got an aging parent that you care for, or you are responsible for yourself, right? You've just got to pay rent and feed yourself. Clock up the mileage. There are Manchester or London, wherever it is, there are fringe theatres and low-paying theatre companies who will have you. There just are. If all you've got to do is pay rent and feed yourself, there are short films and low-budget films and enough theatre to just clock up, like an airline pilot has to clock up 20,000 miles of flying before they're allowed the badge with a co-pilot, and then they clock up this and you get that. I feel like that is the same with film and theatre. It's a